Several senior functionaries of the Guyana Elections Commission and former APNU-AFC Minister Walter Lawrence are before the court on alleged electoral fraud. The charges, which were initially read to the accused in June of 2021, that between March 2nd and August 2nd, 2020, they conspired with each other to defraud the electors of Guyana by declaring a false account of votes cast for the general elections, which was held on March 2nd, 2020. The prosecution has already presented loads of statements of poll, statements of recount, and other evidence. When hearings commenced back in July, the first witness was local government minister Sonia Parag. Parag then tried to explain what she observed as the People's Progressive Party civic candidate. Parag claimed that despite continuous objections from PPPC officials and observers, the tabulation of votes in District 4 during the 2020 general and regional elections quickly continued, with objections being blatantly ignored to declare the coalition APNU-AFC the winner. Travis Chase, HGP Nightly News. Following public opinions whether the use of biometrics is the most efficient method to eliminate voter impersonation at the 2025 general and regional elections, it appears as though those concerns have already been answered. Antonio Day will tell you more.
This was the then leader of the opposition, Mr. Barry Jagdeo, in 2015, calling for the implementation of biometrics.
We need to make sure that the list is cleaned up so that the abuse that we had, where when you had sympathetic presiding officers to the opposition, allowing people who should not have voted to vote, we need enhanced biometric.
In light of the events after 2020 general and regional elections, Attorney General Anil Nandalal had rejected the opposition APNU-AFC and GCOM's Commissioner Vincent Alexander's proposal for a clean voters list and biometric voting.
If I go and I put my finger on the machine, and for whatever reason the machine malfunctions, you're telling me that I will be denied my right to vote?
The Minister of Legal Affairs stated that he does not believe that Guyana is prepared for biometric voting during his weekly program Issues in the News.
I am not opposed to any form of technology, but the manual system is working.
Meanwhile, Alexander recently expressed in a letter to the press that digital fingerprint identification at all polling stations offers a widely recognized and utilized method to stop voter impersonation. And I quote, "Fingerprints are not forgeable. Digitally captured prints will not be sub-quality, as may occur in the instance of some manual capture prints. Faulty fingerprints are rejected by the software when the prints are being captured digitally. Hence, the rationale for and benefit of capturing fingerprints digitally in the registration process," he stated. On October 18, 2024, opposition leader Aubrey Norton amplified calls for a new voters list and biometrics which guarantee a fair election process in 2025.
We are continuing the work for a proper voters list. I am aware that shortly there will be some intense discussions on the question of biometrics. I do not believe that voters list could be used as a basis for anything.
The Alliance for Change also echoed similar sentiments. Guyana is yet to implement a biometric voting system, even as the nation moves towards becoming a digitalized state, with systems being implemented to enhance databases and services in the public and private sectors. Antonio Day reporting for the HGP Nightly News.
Thank you, Antonio. Our developing story. 6 years on, Guyana's whistleblower legislation is yet to take effect, and the Alliance for Change believes that with the absence of such legislation, there could be no serious intent to fight corruption. The enactment of the whistleblower legislation, which was passed in the National Assembly in January of 2018, has not been enacted, and that's a real worrying situation for the Alliance for Change. Leader of the AFC and Attorney at Law Nigel Hughes believes that with the absence of such a powerful piece of legislation being enacted, the People's Progressive Party Civic and the Guyana Police Force could not be serious about fighting corruption.
Since 2018, we have passed the Protected Disclosures Act, which is otherwise known as the Whistleblowing Act, and we have not operationalized it. That means there could be absolutely no serious intent, both by the government and the Guyana Police Force to provide it with yet another weapon to fight corruption, which is whistleblowing.
The attorney referenced the gunning down of popular biker Ricardo Fagundes, also known as Paper Shorts. Policeman Sergeant Dion Bascom had come forward with whistleblowing allegations against the police force, alleging that agents of the Guyana Police Force deliberately covered up the murder.
Less than 100 yards away from the home of the president of Guyana, Mr. Fagundes was gunned down. The cameras that were used to record or would typically record what happens at that location were not working, coincidentally. And up to now, there hasn't been a single arrest of anyone. We had an interesting disclosure by a police officer who was involved in the investigation at the time.
The bill was presented by then Attorney General and the Minister of Legal Affairs, Bassett Williams, who noted at that time that the APNU-AFC government was on an irreversible path to countering all forms of corruption. The bill was assented to, but is still to take effect by an order from the Minister of Legal Affairs. The absence of such a critical piece of legislation falls within the bracket of a crisis within the Guyana Police Force, according to the AFC.
There's more than a crisis, because if you can have a crime of that magnitude, that close to the president's house, and 2 or 3 years after, not a single suspect is arrested. We have had significant disclosures by someone who was part of that investigation. It must mean that it is beyond the capacity of the Guyana Police Force to investigate several crimes, not only those in which they are the suspects.
Attorney General and the Minister of Legal Affairs, Anil Nandlal, could not be reached for comment. Travis Chase, HGP Nightly News. Stay with us. There is more news ahead.
Make home yours every day with Courts. Everything you want. Make home yours anytime with Courts. Oh yeah, 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 yeah. Ooh, oh, oh. Get value for your money. Ooh, oh, oh. Courts have the best quality. Home is what you make it. Best prices and good credit. Oh, Courts have it all. Home is what you make it. Top brands, you're sure to get it all. Courts have it all.
Courts has what you need to make home yours. You can get it all with easy payment plans using Courts Ready Finance. Courts, make home yours.
Welcome to SNL Electrical Inc., where lights and electrical needs are met with expertise and style. From the latest in electrical lamps to durable cables, circuit breakers, panels, we have it all. Illuminate your space with our elegant chandeliers, stunning crystal lights, and versatile pole lights. Looking to upgrade your comfort? Explore top-of-the-line AC units and our diverse selections of stylish styles. Visit us at 170-180 Donald Street, Kitty, Georgetown. Discover a solution that not only lights up your world but transforms it. Call us on telephone number 226-3018 or 223-1634. SNL Electrical Inc., powering your lives with elegance, quality, and care.
Say goodbye to germs with a free Sterling Super Soap automatic dispenser. That's right, get free equipment and installation of our touch-free dispenser. The perfect amount of soap every time ensures clean and germ-free hands. Refilling is quick and easy with 4 amazing fragrances: coconut, sunflower sunrise, pink blossom, and citrus zest. Call us on 265-7403.
In today's fast-paced world of modern finance, with its many options and opportunities, you will need good advice and help getting value for your money. Hand-in-hand trust is the way to go. From owning your own home or business with our residential and commercial mortgages to driving your car with a vehicle loan, we'll help you realize your dreams. You can also access investment deposit accounts, share brokerage services, personal trust, thrift and pension plan trusteeship, property management, investment portfolio management, safe deposit boxes, the convenience of our Cambio, Western Union, and Bill Express services. hand-in-hand trust for financial services and more, helping you get the most out of your financial resources and your life.
Christian Roth Establishment. No job is too small or too large. We specialize in all types of fabricating, machinery, excavator repairs, rice fill pumps, and hydraulic hoses. Visit us at Lot 113, Block CC Monrepo, East Coast, Demerara, or call 220-9624, 616-9416, or 619-7880. At Christian Roth Establishment, no job is too small or too large.
Welcome back to the HGP Nightly News. Residents of Liverpool to Lancaster on the Quarantine Coast say the People's Progressive Party Civic Administration is encroaching on their farmlands in efforts to develop a Hope-like canal. They are worried this action will have serious repercussions on their livelihood. More from Daisy Richards.
On Thursday, the People's National Congress reformed PNCR during an outreach to Liverpool, Lancaster, and the Quarantine, listened to the grievances of residents who expressed concern that the People's Progressive Party Civic (PPPC) administration has encroached on their farmland to construct a Hope-like canal. Resident and rice farmer Winston Monroe said they weren't told that their farmlands would be used for the construction of the Hope-like Canal, but rather requested proper drainage and irrigation.
We normally have problem with drainage. I said this canal will not be benefit for us to get the Hope-like Canal to pass in our area. We want the drainage and irrigation be upgraded.
After meeting with Minister of Agriculture Zulfikar Mustafa in August, Monroe questioned the safety of the residents.
As this area, to be honest, I say it again, not designed for this canal. Been designed for the Hope-like Canal, so. Because if you do that, the safety in front and the destruction at the back.
Another resident added that the rice fields were bulldozed after surveying another area, and it shows that they don't have a clear plan of works to be undertaken.
They're digging the rice field. That is now with the survey. The survey, Lancaster, Dam, and Liverpool, and Lancaster, Kettton. There's where the survey. Nowhere else. And there's where look, that joker pile right there now.
He added that the lands they occupy are not government reserves, which is clearly stated on their respective transports. Meanwhile, Member of Parliament Coretta MacDonald said that this is also reflected in villages like Peters Hall and the Moke Arcadia. The MP has since deemed the project a threat to residents.
Everybody who living behind there, Cousin Star, what's your name? Cousin Star, Dot, and all of them, Joe, all of y'all were living at the back there. Everybody who living at the back there, gotta move. Now, two things we're going to have happening there. No more farmlands for you to farm, and then our children are at risk.
Minister of Agriculture Zulfikar Mustafa announced in August of 2024 that projects mirroring the Hope-like Canal have commenced across Guyana, which will aid not only farmers but residents alike. For HGP Nightly News, I am Daisy Richards.
The Guyana Agricultural and General Workers Union is under pressure and shedding crocodile tears over the underperformance of the Guyana Sugar Corporation, Gaisuco. This is according to Executive Member of the Alliance for Change, Kemra Dramjatan.
GAU cannot take a principled, prudent stance as to the future of the sugar sector, and so it will shed crocodile tears as it recently did.
That was Executive Member of the Alliance for Change AFC, Kemraj Ramjatan, at his party's weekly press conference on Friday. Ramjatan also highlighted that the future of the Guyana Agricultural and General Workers Union GAWU, that represents sugar workers across Guyana, is under threat as mechanization will mean the reduction of its union dues.
So it will do everything to see its parent body, the PPP, pour subventions upon subventions to keep the industry in the scale it wants it.
According to the party member, the sugar industry has been dying and will further diminish since Guyana lost privileges to the European market.
Our cost of production is and will be double the price we sell for. And the workforce is diminishing because the next generation wants nothing to do with this back-breaking work.
Sugar production for 2024 is way below its target, and the Guyana Agricultural and General Workers Union (GAWU) says it is deeply concerned over the current trend of sugar production. In a statement on Monday, GAWU, in a scathing review of Gaisuco's performance, highlighted that the sugar production for 2024 was way below its target, and it was deeply concerned over the current trend of sugar production. GAWU said as of October 26, Gaisuco produced 24,711 tons of sugar, representing a meager 39% of its 63,276 ton target. GAWU noted too that as much as 60% of the cropping period has been exhausted, and the union is apprehensive that the deficit cannot be closed in the remaining cropping weeks. The Sugar Workers Union also took a swipe at Gaisuco's leadership, saying that rather than addressing difficulties in a complete and frank manner, it is preparing to deploy rationales to excuse its below-par performance. For HGP Nightly News, I am Daisy Richards.
Thank you, Daisy, for your reporting. Stay with us. There is more news ahead.
Planning a cleanup? We can help. Sevon's Waste Management skip bins can be provided for home renovation projects, yard cleanup, or construction project. It's simple. Step 1, give us a call. Step 2, we put down the bin. Step 3, load it up with all of your junk. Step 4, we take it away. That's simple. Bins are also available in various sizes, so there is no job that is too big or too small. Call Sevon's Waste Management today at 218-1455.
Tropic Construction Solutions, we pride ourselves on being one of the leading distributors of high-quality woven and non-woven geotextile fabric, geotextile tubes, and geogrids for over 15 years in Guyana. We supply reflective vests, sleeves, quality hard hats, and more for your construction needs. We are located in number 2 Village, East Coast Berbice, 1 minute from Palmyra. Our distribution mechanism enables us to offer delivery across the city of Georgetown. Contact us at +5926284077 or visit our website at www.tc.
In today's fast-paced world of modern finance, with its many options and opportunities, you will need good advice and help getting value for your money. Hand-in-hand trust is the way to go. From owning your own home or business with our residential and commercial mortgages to drive a new car with a vehicle loan, we'll help you realize your dreams. You can also access investment deposit accounts, share brokerage services, personal trust, thrift and pension plan trusteeship, property management, investment portfolio management, safe deposit boxes, the convenience of our Cambio, Western Union, and Bill Express services, hand-in-hand trust for financial services, and more. Helping you get the most out of your financial resources and your life.
Make home yours every day with Courts. Everything you want. Make home yours anytime with Courts. Oh yeah, 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 yeah. Ooh, oh, oh. Get value for your money. Ooh, oh, oh. Courts have the best quality. Home is what you make it. Best prices and good credit. Oh, Courts have it all. Home is what you make it. Top brands you're sure to get it all. Courts have it all.
Courts has what you need to make home yours. You can get it all with easy payment plans using Courts Ready Finance. Courts, make home yours.
Welcome back to the HGP Nightly News. In an update on the oil and gas sector, ExxonMobil's co-venture Hess Corporation said it witnessed a production rate of 16.7% in the third quarter of 2024 and recorded an adjusted net income of US $600 million. Antonio Day reports.
In its third quarter for 2024, Hess Corporation noted that the higher output helped offset lower commodity prices in the quarter. In the third quarter of 2024, net production at the Sabo block, which is Hess 30%, was 170,000 barrels of oil per day, up from 108,000 barrels per day in 2023. It is anticipated that Guyana's net production will fall between 185,000 and 190,000 barrels barrels of oil per day in the fourth quarter of 2024, after experiencing downtime in the third quarter last year. In the third quarter, the company's average realized selling price for crude oil was $77.6 per barrel, down from $81.53 per barrel the previous year. The average realized natural gas, known as NGL, selling price of the U.S.-based oil company, one of ExxonMobil Guyana's co-ventures in the Stabroek Block, saw a slight improvement from the previous quarter of 2023. Adjusted net income for the third quarter of this year was $660 million, or $2.14 per share, according to the report released on Wednesday, October 30th, 2024. The net income for the third quarter last year was $504 million, or $1.64 per share. During the third quarter, Hess's 16.7% increase to 461,000 barrels of oil per day was supported by a roughly 57% increase in Guyana's production to 170,000 barrels of oil per day. Antonio Day reporting for the HGP Nightly News.
Guyana's First Lady Aria Ali on Wednesday told a panel discussion during this year's International Year of the Family Prosperity Conference that government's low-carbon development strategy is a blueprint for sustainable growth. The conference, which was hosted by the Doha International Family Institute in Qatar, sought to examine the impacts of megatrends such as climate change and technology on families across the globe. Among the impacts highlighted were displacement due to flooding and droughts, which have affected farming communities. She highlighted efforts to use climate finance through the sale of carbon credits to support indigenous communities by enhancing their livelihoods and promoting sustainable development at grassroots level. Climate finance, coupled with oil revenues, have also allowed for increased investment in climate adaptation and mitigation, Mrs. Ali further told the conference. In a powerful testament of resilience, 69-year-old Judy Bailey, a stage 3 colon cancer survivor who received her diagnosis in 2020, shares an inspiring journey and hope of determination. Find out more from Clarice Gonzalez.
69-year-old colon cancer survivor Judy Bailey, who was diagnosed with stage 3 cancer in 2020, reflected on her journey expressing her determination to overcome the illness. This experience has transformed her outlook in life, motivating her to embrace each day and cherish every moment.
Myself, I will not die because the people said when you get cancer, it's a death sentence. But I tell myself that it's not a death sentence for me, right? And I go through all the treatment, my chemo, my radiation treatment, I do my CT scan, everything I did.
Bailey recounted the moment she received her cancer diagnosis while visiting her only child and his family in the United States. Leading up to her visit, she had been feeling unwell, experiencing significant weight loss, and although she had undergone routine checkups at her usual clinic, nothing abnormal was detected. It was her son who urged her to see a doctor after noticing the changes in her appearance.
Because I used to go to clinic here and they didn't detect it because I went to clinic and when I do the blood work, it didn't show up there. Still when I go on my holiday, and when my son takes me to the emergency room, then they diagnosed that. They said I had a problem with thyroid. And when they're going to do the CT scan, they saw the 2 spots and the doctor says stage 3 cancer.
Bailey shared that she has undergone 2 surgeries due to the cancer spreading to her lungs and fell into a coma after developing a clot. Despite these challenges, she completed over 16 chemotherapy sessions, crediting her strong support system for seeing her through the tough times, particularly days when her body struggled to cope with the effects of chemotherapy.
My feet was very numb. Sometimes I could hardly walk, you know? And then you got sometimes your belly got you going very often to the bathroom and those things. You understand? I ain't had losses of air or anything like that.
Colon cancer is a growth of cells that begins in a part of the large intestine and typically affects older adults, though it can happen at any age. It usually begins as small clumps of cells called polyps that form inside the colon. Bailey, however, is advocating for everyone to be tested for cancer, emphasizing that it can affect anyone at any time. She encourages those currently battling cancer to persevere and reach out to organizations that offer support since it's paramount. I am Carice Gonzalez reporting for the HGP Nightly News.
Your regional news is up next.
Planning a cleanup? We can help. Vons Waste Management skip bins can be provided for home renovation projects, yard cleanup, or construction project. It's simple. Step 1, give us a call. Step 2, we put down the bin. Step 3, load it up with all of your junk. Step 4, we take it away. That's simple. Bins are also available in various sizes, so there is no job that is too big or too small. Call Vons Waste Management today at 218-1455.
Tropic Construction Solutions, we pride ourselves on being one of the leading distributors of high-quality woven and non-woven geotextile fabric, geotextile tubes, and geogrids for over 15 years in Guyana. We supply reflective vests, sleeves, quality hard hats, and more for your construction needs. We are located in number 2 Village, East Coast Berbice, 1 minute from Palmyra. Our distribution mechanism enables us to offer delivery across the city of Georgetown. Contact us at +5926 284 077 or visit our website at www.tc.
In today's fast-paced world of modern finance, with its many options and opportunities, you will need good advice and help getting value for your money. Hand-in-hand trust is the way to go. From owning your own home or business with our residential and commercial mortgages to driving a new car with a vehicle loan, we'll help you realize your dreams. You can also access investment deposit accounts, share brokerage services, personal trust, thrift and pension plan trusteeship, property management, investment portfolio management, safe deposit boxes, the convenience of our Cambio, Western Union, and Bill Express services. Hand-in-hand trust for financial services and more, helping you get the most out of your financial resources and your life.
Make home yours every day with Courts. Everything you want. Make home yours anytime with Courts. Oh yeah, 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 yeah. Ooh, oh, oh, oh. Get value for your money. Ooh, oh, oh. Courts have the best quality. Home is what you make it. Best prices and good credit. Courts have it all. Home is what you make it. Top brands, you're sure to get it all. Courts have it all.
Courts has what you need to make home yours. You can get it all with easy payment plans using Courts Ready Finance. Courts, make home yours.
Good evening, I'm Daisy Richards and welcome to Friday's edition of the Regional News. We begin with news from Venezuela. The Venezuelan government on Wednesday said it was recalling its ambassador in Brazil over what it described as, quote, repeated interventionist and rude statements, unquote, from Brasilia, adding it was also summoning Brazil's business envoy for talks. The head of Venezuela's parliament, Jorge Rodriguez, had earlier on Wednesday proposed that lawmakers vote on declaring Amorim a persona non grata after accusing him of behaving like an envoy for U.S. National Security Advisor Jake Sullivan. The diplomatic escalation comes after weeks of tensions following Venezuela's disputed presidential election in late July. After the vote, Brazilian President Luiz Inácio Lula da Silva joined many world leaders in calling for Venezuelan electoral authorities to publish official ballot box tallies from the vote. Maduro's government has claimed victory but has yet to publish the tallies, while Venezuela's opposition has published thousands of scanned copies of voting machine receipts obtained by its election observers that it says show a landslide win for its candidate. Relations soured after earlier this month when Brazil vetoed Venezuela's Venezuela's admissions into the BRICS group of emerging economies, which Venezuela has branded as, unquote, inexplicable and immoral aggression, unquote. The relationship between the two governments has become increasingly difficult, the Brazilian sources said, but their countries will not be one to further escalate the tensions. At least 600,000 Venezuelans have migrated to Brazil in recent years, according to Brazilian government data, while in 2022 bilateral trade amounted to some $1.3 billion in Brazilian exports and $400 million in shipments from Venezuela. While in Argentina, Argentina's President Javier Milei on Wednesday replaced Foreign Affairs Minister Diana Mondino after she voted in favor of lifting the U.S. embargo against Cuba at the United Nations. Milei, a libertarian who took office in late 2023, is unabashedly pro-United States and has taken a cooler stance toward leftist trade partners in the region and overseas, including by taking steps to distance Argentina from Cuba and Venezuela. Earlier Wednesday, the UN General Assembly overwhelmingly called on the United States to end its decades-long sanctions regime on Cuba in a non-binding resolution opposed only by the US and Israel. Gerardo Huertan, who has been serving as Argentina's ambassador to the United States, Mondino, one of Milei's first confirmed cabinet members, has played a key role in keeping diplomatic relations smooth with international partners despite incendiary comments from the president about countries like Brazil and China. Earlier this year, Argentina's state energy company YPF, YPFDM.BA, said it would not provide fuel to Cuban airline Cubana, prompting the state-run carrier to shut down a route run between Havana and Buenos Aires for nearly 4 decades. Cuba's foreign ministry at the time said Argentine officials cited the U.S. embargo in defending the move. Finally, the Pan-American Health Organization, PAHO, has issued an epidemiological alert due to the recent identification of clusters and cases of measles in the Americas, including the Caribbean. It is urging the region to intensify its vaccination and surveillance efforts. In the alert, PAHO said up to October 5 this year, more than 14,000 suspected cases of measles have been registered, with 376 confirmed in 8 countries of the Americas, mainly in the United States, 267 cases, Canada 82, and Argentina 11. PAHO said most of these cases are imported or related to importation. Globally, it said measles remains one of the leading causes of death in young children, despite the existence of a safe and effective vaccine to prevent it. According to the World Health Organization, WHO, up to October 15, 2024, more than 502,000 suspected cases of measles were reported in 182 member states of the 6 WHO regions, of which more than 283,000, 56% were confirmed. PAHO said it is committed to supporting countries in implementing effective measures to control the spread of the virus and protect the most vulnerable populations. It described measles as a highly contagious viral disease that primarily affects children and can cause serious complications, including severe diarrhea, ear infections, blindness, pneumonia, and inflammation of the brain. Some of these complications can be fatal, PAHO warned, adding that the most affected age group includes children aged 1 to 9 and young adults aged 20 to 29 years. PAHO warned in January and June about a decline in vaccination coverage against measles, rubella, and mumps. PAHO urged member states to implement active research strategies to detect cases as well as carry out complementary vaccination activities to close existing immunity gaps and strengthen communication with communities to promote vaccine acceptance. Additionally, PAHO urged countries to continue strengthening surveillance systems, rapid response to any imported cases of measles, and achieving adequate vaccination coverage. Thank you for watching, and do have a great weekend. Until next time.
Acting Chief Magistrate takes over elections case. Fresh start from November 6. Biometric voting system for 2025 polls not a great idea, says Nandlal. 6 years on, whistleblower legislation yet to take effect. Could be no clear intent to fight corruption, says the AFC. And Gawu shedding crocodile tears over Gaisuku's underproduction, says Ramjatan. Those are our major headlines. For these stories and more, please go to our website. It's www.hgptv.com. I'm Travis Chase. Thanks for watching. Goodbye.